Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another power-packed episode of the ET Edge Insights. In an era where over 70% of organizations worldwide endure major disruptions annually, resilience has become the true currency of long-term leadership. In this episode, we will have a conversation where we sit down with Deepak Singh, President and CEO of Gorisco Group. And what we'll do is decode what it really takes to build organizations that don't just survive uncertainty, but stay agile, aligned, and future ready. From strengthening governance foundations to elevating crisis readiness in a world of rising cyber and geopolitical risks, the discussion opens up as a deeper lens on how modern enterprises can stay unshakable in a perpetually shifting landscape. Thank you very much, Deepak, for joining us on this episode of the ET Edge Insights.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Let's dive right into the conversation in my next question. The GRC and resilience consulting space is becoming increasingly crowded,
Yes.
with many firms offering, similar sounding playbooks, if I may call them. What sets Gorisco apart?
Okay. See, we started in 2016. And when we started, we didn't understand or had a thought process that how we will eventually evolve, right? But whatever we have been doing in last almost 10 years, we ensure that we create a sense of urgency for us based on the client's demand, right? So people talked about that, okay, you are implementing these things, but we want our people to be educated, right? So when we deliver the project, we do not deliver it as a document and records. We deliver it as a culture, right? Something that we are doing right now, it should become a culture in the organization, right? People should be so much aware, so much trained that they understand exactly why this is important for me and my organization and what I have to do, my role and responsibility into that, right? So we sort of deliver the culture across the organization, right? When we started slowly seeing the responses and feedback from the clients, we wanted to ensure that we are not just providing our services, but anything which is related to resilience, right? Be it a product, be it services, any sort of important aspects, all those are something that we should become a single point of contact for them, right? They should not be depending upon multiple partners. Okay, I'll go for this to them, this to them. They can come to Gorisco directly, and we offer each of these things for them. Products, services, whatever, expert advices, managed services, everything. So that is something that we have been thinking about, and we sort of explore it. Even in future, we'll be exploring it continuously, right? That we are able to deliver that. Now, so for example, let me give you example. One of the client, I would not name the country and the client, right? One of those, I think it was 2 years back, they actually started a journey, so-called a project, which was into competency assessment and development. And this is one of the first project that would have happened across, right, globe on this particular topic. So it was close to about 6 months of project where we actually assessed the different roles in the organization. We assessed their current level of competencies, and then we build a training material, we build awareness sessions, we build that competency, we build the whole structure, how we will try to develop these competencies over next couple of months, right? So it was a 6 months of project. When we were doing that, when it came to the top leadership, right? Many of the time we would say that top leadership is little sort of, resistive to all of these changes and suggestions and thoughts, especially from the consultant. But this organization was very open for that, right? Even the top leadership, when we sort of started looking at what should we train for crisis management to them and all, we didn't just create the awareness session slides and training material. We actually conducted a full-blown simulation exercise on crisis management. And you'll not believe that not just the CEO and all the reportees of CEOs were there. CEO himself made, I think, about 30 minutes to 45 minutes of time. He came and he sat during that simulation exercise. Now, the way we did it, we didn't just create a slide and show them the scenarios and all. We actually created videos as if, there is a real news channel reading the news that this company has been hit by so and so cyber attack and this and that, right? So we try to create that realistic scenario where people will be able to experience it much better, right? So then what happened is during this, it was for about 2.5 hours. And by the end of the 2.5 hours, they evaluated and came to a conclusion that if there is a X type of crisis, then we will not be able to recover for next 6 months. And that was a revelation for them, right? So we try to create that situation so that they do not keep themselves in comfort zone. Everything is fine. No, everything is not fine. We know, because we have been working with you for last 5 months. We know what are the gaps, right? So we created the scenario based on that, and they realized eventually, and there was immediate action taken that, okay, let's do XYZ to ensure that we do not wait for 6 months before we come back to business, right? So that was a good thing. There was another company, Indian government company, for whom we did this business continuity implementation, and they were trying to get certified on ISO 22301 for previous 3 years, and they couldn't. So ultimately it came to us, and we worked with them close to about 9 months, and that's when they actually got certified, right? So the holistic approach that we have, I think that helped them understand that, okay, exactly how the business continuity management systems have to be looked at, right? So that was very important. Third, a small thing that I would again say is one of the recent cases this year, an organization for whom we have proposed for the project, right? Due to some difference in commercials, they went to another party, right? And eventually after 4 months, they came back to us saying that, can you take this project from here, because we are not getting that comfort and confidence in that particular consulting company. And it was a shocker, but it was a pleasant surprise for me. So I said, yes, why not? Because I mean, because you have not selected us earlier, I do not want to say that, okay, no, we are done, and all. It's an opportunity for us. So we took up that, and then right now they are actually going through the external certifications successfully, right? So something that we have taken from between, right? So I think the whole perspective is the way we look at the organizational resilience, integrating cyber security, which is cyber resilience and everything. That is the difference that we are trying to make, right? And wherever we see the opportunity there for our product and our other products, like we have software applications and all, wherever we see there's an opportunity that will help the client, we try to tell that, okay, why don't you look at this particular thing also, right? So yeah, maybe value add. It's just the beginning. We have to still continue for long.